Welcome to the slowdown, a space to pause, breathe, and come back to yourself. I'm Catherine, and each episode will take a few minutes to slow down, check in with our bodies and minds, and find a little ease in our day. So grab a warm drink, get comfy, and let's settle in together. How was the last week for you? It was not what I expected for my week. I had a kid home 3 out of 5 days, which meant my week was much fuller than usual. I had less time for myself. My house didn't get the love it needed, and my attention was pulled in so many directions at once. This is the season we are in right now, but it can be hard to go with the flow sometimes. One of the rare days when both of my kids did make it to school, I spent the morning resetting our attic space, and that was exactly what I needed. I was cleaning, but not in a stressed out, rushing sort of way. This is one way that I've been starting to bring this essence of slowing down into my days. I'm trying to make cleaning sacred. I could feel myself reconnecting as I was cleaning the space. And the more I'm doing this, the more I'm realizing how important the space around me makes me feel. As my body started moving, I realized what I wanted to write about this week, which is body wisdom. I have a hard time explaining what I mean by body wisdom because it's the exact opposite of thinking. It's not something that I figure out. It's something that I feel into. For me, body wisdom is this quiet knowing that emerges when my mind finally stops pushing, thinking, or rushing. It's the soft exhale that comes when I give myself a moment of space. I start by dropping into my breath, and I let it start to move me. It almost feels like an unraveling movement that creates an openness in my mind that I could never get to on my own. And in that place, I often get intuitive nudges or bursts of inspiration, like how I want my yoga classes to feel, what I want to write about next, a new offering, or a fresh idea for our morning routine at home. Taking time to drop into my body is often what brings me clarity, even if that clarity sounds something like, it's not time to know yet. When I pause and breathe, I might notice my shoulders are tight. And as I follow my breath, my body often guides me into a small movement that softens that tension. And right there, in that softening, I might realize that I need to ask my partner for help with something. Now, before that pause, all I felt was this frustration. After, I'm aware of what I need and I'm able to ask for it. These are the subtle nudges I only hear when I'm actually in my body, not hovering above it, trying to figure everything out. And sometimes when I'm breathing and moving, an emotion I've been holding finally comes through. I might have a wave of tears. Sometimes I know exactly why, and sometimes I have no idea. But once it moves, I feel a weight lifted, like something in me finally had space to be witnessed and could be released. It took a while for me to let go of this wanting to know where the emotion came from or why, and just trust that it was energy that needed to move out of my body. So that morning in the attic, as I folded blankets and put away toys, I wasn't just tidying a room. Really, I was settling into myself. I felt my shoulders drop, my breath deepen, and my mind loosened its grip. My body was leading, guiding me to my truth in the simplest way: movement, rhythm, and presence. So this week's invitation is a somatic practice about listening for body wisdom. So let's start by finding your position. You can sit, stand, or lie down comfortably. Let your spine lengthen without any effort. And begin with one slow breath, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Let your shoulders soften on the out-breath. And we'll start by setting an intention. Here's one that I often use. My intention is to connect to my body's wisdom. And then start to notice what's here. Without trying to change anything, sense into your body. Where is there tension? Where is there ease? Where in your body does your attention naturally go? And then maybe place a hand where your body calls for it. Maybe your chest, your belly, or your shoulders. Trust the first place that comes to mind. And imagine your breath pooling there, creating warmth and softening. And just stay here for a few cycles of breath, breathing into that space and softening on your exhale. Noticing if your body starts to naturally move or sway. If that hand starts to massage that place that's feeling tender or tight. Focusing on the breath, and let the body move the way it wants to move. Feeling into the sensation, noticing if there is a word or a memory or some sense of knowing that comes up. As you move and breathe into this space, notice if you start to stretch. Maybe your posture begins to shift. Let your body lead and stay here for as long as feels good. You can always pause this and turn on some music. But when you're ready, offer yourself a small thank you for taking time to connect and listen. Let's take another inhale through the nose and exhale it out. Let's get curious with some journal prompts. What are some small ways you can set up your space this week to feel a little more peaceful and supportive? Do you currently carve out any moments in your week to be unplugged? Time to step inward and reconnect with your inner landscape. There's no need to judge if that's a yes or a no. Just simply noticing. In your practice, did any intuitive nudges, ideas, or insights arise? How might you honor or follow them this week? And if your body could speak to you right now, what would it say? I am finalizing details, but I will be offering a couple of restorative yoga classes in the next while. One will be at Operation Grow, so if you're in the Georgian Bay area, stay tuned. The other will be an online somatic restorative class. Think Sunday night, candlelight, getting into your PJs, and starting the week off in your body. Settling your nervous system and being in community with others wanting the same thing. More details to come on that. As you move through the next few days, notice the moments when your body offers you a whisper of guidance, a tightness, a softening, a breath that deepens without you trying. These cues aren't random, they're invitations. Little reminders that your body is always in conversation with you, even when your mind is busy elsewhere. You don't have to do anything dramatic, just pause for a moment, notice, and see what shifts. May this week hold small pockets of presence, moments of clarity, and a deeper trust in the quiet wisdom that lives inside of you. I am so glad you are here. If this episode supported you, I would love it if you subscribed and left a rating. It helps me reach more people who might benefit from it. Thank you.